Hi everyone, this week is letter Y week. We only have 2 more letters and then we're all done with the alphabet. So this week we will be talking about letter Y. I will be reading you the letter Y story, showing you how to make letter Y, and showing you some crafts that you can do at home. The story is called The Yak Who Yelled Yuck by Carol Pugliano Martin, illustrated by Paul Harvey. So if you look at the title, yak, yelled, and yuck starts with letter Y. There once was a young yak who did not like trying new things. One day, the young yak's father gave her a yellow banana. Yuck, yelled the yak without even taking a bite. The yak tossed the yellow banana into her neighbor's yard. And if you listen carefully, you can hear some words that start with Y, like yellow, yuck, and yard. Now, when she didn't even try the banana, do you think she should have yelled yuck? Do you say yuck when you have to try new things? She threw it in her neighbor's yard. Do you think that was very nice? Yikes. The young yak's father gave her some yogurt. Yuck, yelled the yak. Can you say yuck? Yuck. She tossed the yogurt into her neighbor's yard. The young yak's father gave her a yam. Yuck, yelled the yak. Can you say yuck? Yuck. She tossed the yam into her neighbor's yard. The wise old yak lived next door to the young yak. He was in his yard playing with his yo-yo. The yam hit the wise old yak right in the head. Yikes, yelled the wise old yak. That wasn't very nice of her, was it? Yoo-hoo, young yak, the wise old yak yelled over the fence. Yes, said the young yak. You should taste things before you yell yuck, said the wise old yak. Do you taste things before you yell yuck? Even if you might not like them, you should try tasting new foods. The young yak leaped over the fence into her neighbor's yard. She tasted the yellow banana, the yogurt, and the yam. Yowee, said the young yak. These are yummy. And now she's the yak who yells yum. Can you say yum? Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the letter Y. The top is the capital Y and the bottom is the lowercase y. So capital Y has 3 little lines. It would be little line down, little line down, little line down. Little line down, little line down, little line down. Say it with me. Little line down, little line down, little line down. The lowercase y is little line down, big line down. Little line down, big line down. Say it with me. Little line down, big line down. That big line down hangs underneath the bottom line, and I like to call that a basement letter because it's a hanging letter and hangs underneath. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you some words that were in our story. Yellow, Y-E-L-L-O-W, yogurt, Y-O-G-U-R-T, yam, Y-A-M, and yak, Y-A-K. Next, we're going to be making the yak as our letter craft. I know the 2-day students do this one. So we start with our letter Y, and it goes like this, little line down, little line down, little line down. The next thing we're gonna do is we are going to put the yak's horns on his head. Now, I know some of you like the cool science facts about our animals each week. So I'm going to tell you a couple facts about the yak. The yak has thick fur because the fur helps keep the yak warm. The yak lives on grassy plains high up in the mountains actually, and it's very cold up there, and that's why the yak needs warm fur. The yak also has dense horns, and those horns actually help the yak to dig into the ice and snow to find food. What do you think the yak might eat? The yak is actually a herbivore. I know some of you know what a herbivore is. A herbivore is an animal that eats plants. So the kinds of things he would eat would be grasses and flowers. We're gonna put the yak up on the top of this Y. We're gonna put his head right here. There we go. Next, we're going to put on his eyes. Two eyes. Gonna add his hair. Or his fur. And then we need his nose and his mouth. And boys and girls, believe it or not, yaks are actually friendly animals. Even though they're big and they seem scary, yaks are friendly animals. They live in herds of about 10 to 100 yaks. So they all live together in herds. I told you they have dense horns that allow them to break through the snow and ice to find food. And they have thick coats that protect them from cold temperatures. All right, the next thing we are going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of the letter Y crafts that I thought would be fun for you to do. You can make this yak, or you can make any yak at home. You can also just have your parents make you a Y, and you can cut yarn and decorate a letter Y with yarn. And you can also poke holes in a letter Y, and you can string the yarn. This is good for fine motor skills. You can string yarn through a letter Y. If we were at school this week, we would have been doing yoga. So we are going to include some yoga activities for you to do at home. There's also this book that I love that we would be reading at school. It's called ABC Mindful Me, and it's similar to yoga moves and talking about how to be calm and relaxed and positive and motivated. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is this coin activity. So the 3-day students, our number this week would be 25. And we have coin stamps at school. You probably don't have coin stamps at home, but that's okay because you can actually just put the coins in these spaces. So here's a quarter. 1 quarter equals 25, so you can put a quarter there and write 25. 5 nickels equals 25, so you can write 25 here and put 5 nickels in the spaces. And then the last one is 25 pennies, so you can get 25 pennies and put them in the boxes and write the 25 on the line. So there are worksheets that we're going to post on the Mon Valley YMCA website. We hope you take advantage of the worksheets, and also you can look at those yoga activities